Welcome back to Vigor. It is your boy, Stealth Jet, leader of the JSS. I'm going to expose myself here a little bit. I'm going to. I think I do better in large lobbies. That's what I think. And so, if you see me on battery death or battery snow death, you might kill me. You might. But on large maps, where there's large amounts of people, I want to say I kind of, fade into the mix and go with the flow. And here's where I expose myself. Way back in the day, I want to say maybe about 2 years after Black Ops 2 came out, I was with a buddy, and we were playing Black Ops, and 1v1ing, I was getting absolutely destroyed. DSR 50 iron sight destroyed. KSG millimeter scanner destroyed. SWAT 556 select fire destroyed. FAL select fire destroyed. All he was running? A peacekeeper. Then I said, put on bots. And then I started beating his ass. I don't know what it is about me and solos versus a whole bunch of people in the mix, but for some reason, I would like to say I do better when there is a lot of people and it's not a 1v1. And so, that being said, we're here on Brodalen Bridges. This map is scary. Don't get me wrong. And it's scary because it has a nice even mix of open fields and places to take cover. Anybody can be anywhere. Now, I know what you're saying, but Jet, anybody can be anywhere, can be applied to every map in this game. Yeah, I get that. But the larger the map, the more spots for you to get ambushed. The larger the map, the more likely you may run into somebody. And I don't mean run in as in like you see them and you chase them down. I mean run in as you're running somewhere, trying to get something done, and something like this happens. Minding your own business, trying to get something done, and something like that right there happens. So this guy had an M2 carbine and a pistol. He was pretty much going for self-defense. But what scared me was this. You seen how he was inside that house and not moving? The fucker had in headphones. That's crazy, ain't it? Now, I checked my consumable wheel to find I don't have caffeine. There's an airdrop carrier all the way over here. I'm gonna pull up my map. Realize this fucker's kind of close. What if I kill him and leave his airdrop as bait? Now here's the thing. This is really... There you go. Never mind. I was about to say it's really uncharacteristic of me to run with my HBRT in my hands. But there he is right there. Right? Now here's the thing. My aim isn't perfect, but I feel like I can hit a couple shots. One. And it's not a couple. Never mind. Oh, never mind. Couple, right? Okay, cool. Here's the thing. This guy got nothing but the airdrop. this early in the game, he found that airdrop and was like, cool, I'm about to run. And he ran. Didn't have a single weapon on him. And now he escaped. That guy was a very lightweight chicken. Now, I don't mean chicken as in he was being cowardly. I mean chicken because, you ever seen a chicken running across a farm? The fucker is fast. So now I'm down here at the bottom of the map. Right. And, yeah. So, what is there to do now? You hear all those gunshots over there in the distance? When I went prone just now, that's me gathering information that there's fighting at the container barred house combo. Yeah. And in my opinion, that's easily the most dangerous combo in the game. Screw the timed safe and barred house being in the same house. If you put the container next to the barred house, and a barred house is 2 stories, yeah, somebody's going to be in the barred house looking at the container while unlocking the safe and blasting anybody who goes near the container. That's what I think. So, you know, I'm kind of making some ground up here. I want to get to the center of the map, honestly. That's what I want, because I feel like that's where all the people are now. And then somebody hits the disruptive tower. And I'm like, okay, well, should I be aware right now? You know what's crazy? I almost missed that. I almost did. If you go back and rewind the video and look at that moment where I shot, then you'll see he was in an animation of doing something else. My bullet almost missed him. Almost. Now, I don't want my loadout to be completely ammunition, so that's why I leave out one clip or one magazine for this assault rifle I got in my hands right now. So here's the game plan. And as I noticed the tower is to the right of me, but I'm more interested in what's going on in front of me. So here's the game plan. H-bar T, pseudo sniper rifle. If I can see their head in the distance, I'll pull out the H-bar T, put it on single, and make my one shot count. And of course the guy went from the tower to the detector. Of course he does. But if I get caught out in the open, I'm going to use this AKM on my back. Because it has more damage, I think. 37 versus 34 on the H-bar T. So it just makes sense, right? That's the plan. Now, luckily for me, I do have a PSD on me as well. A PSD in combination with mortar strikes is a pretty potent combo. Pretty potent. So now I'm walking through here, and it's oddly quiet. It is very oddly quiet. So I'm going to pull off into this house right here, and I'm going to try to see if there's anything left. There isn't. Somebody been through here. Usually, you would find at least one thing to loot. I say that, and there is one thing to loot, so never mind. I was trying to build suspense. It wasn't there. But technically it is, Because between transition and now, I still haven't heard anything. I still haven't. And now the plane flies overhead. Now what? Well, turns out the barred house is that red long house right in front of me. And so I'm like, well, I do got a PSD. Why not use it? But then something says, don't do it. And I'm glad I don't, because this happens. Now, it's one thing to hear one guy in a barred house, but it's another thing to hear somebody else come into the barred house, too. Yes, you might have killed them both, but then all of a sudden you get shot by a suppressed weapon from somewhere you don't see, and they're shooting at you because guess what? You're not a threat. I waited this long to talk because I wanted y'all to notice I couldn't loot those two bodies. I couldn't loot the first one. Because when I killed the first dude, about to go over there and loot his body, that's when I heard the second guy's footsteps. The easiest way you get killed in this game is by looting somebody else. And so I couldn't loot him. Right? Pause from that moment. Now I'm gonna use my PSD and get the shit scared out of me. That guy's right behind me. Now you could make the argument that he's on the bridge. No, he's not. He's not. Because look where the bridge is at. So like I was saying, I could not loot the first guy because I heard the second guy's footsteps. And the second guy almost got me. Rewind the video a little bit, and you'll see I got stuck on 3 bullets in about 15% health. He almost got me. But what got him killed, and I know you're going to hate me for saying this, but what got him killed was his blue lights. The lights on his uniform told me where he was at. He had on dark clothes, and I was above him. He faded into the ground, camouflage-wise. But he saw me, because the sun, or the moon, is behind me. So technically he should have killed me. He had all the visual advantages. But his lights gave him away. And that kill is how I became a threat. Now, a viewer commented on one of my videos stating that I try not to be a threat because sometimes threats don't make it out alive. Sometimes threats do not make it out alive. And to you, my boy, I say so true. I almost did not make it out here alive. Greed is Vigor's biggest killer in my opinion. But in this case, I would like to argue that this wasn't greed. This was defense. The 4th kill was defense. The 3rd kill, greed. 1st and 2nd kill, warranted. The guy coming after me, maybe he's trying to get a mission done. I'm not too sure. But notice that amount of XP, 4,085. I only got 4 kills. If this is Lone Wolf, that would be a shit ton more XP, don't get me wrong. But this was more of a kill encounter rather than a loot encounter. The H-Bar-T still got it, don't get me wrong. But I very easily could have died about 2 times in this entire encounter. Actually 3, really, if you think about it. But hey, a threat is in the books. And now, I became a threat, I want to say, maybe twice this year on this channel. So, hooray for that. And to all of you out there who are saying, I like it when people wipe lobbies. Well, I don't wipe lobbies. Sorry to tell you. I'm here to bring you thoughtful, meaningful gameplay with a bit of commentary behind it. And so, that is all from me, folks. I'll catch y'all in the next episode. Until next time, peace.